Hello everyone, Coach Sean here. I'm a certified life coach, and if you are someone who wants to be a peaceful and harmonious parent, then you are in the right place. Welcome to the Life Coach Dad podcast. In this podcast, let's talk about 7 questions to identify the relationship that does not belong to us. Do you know the phrase relationship decluttering? When it comes to decluttering, it is common that we associate this word to clearing out the old things we have either in our home or our workplace. However, there is one we usually do not pay attention to, which can cause a lot or a ton of stress in our relationship. And unhappy relationship could make a good person miserable. So we're gonna talk about relationship decluttering, and I think it's about time that we really take a look at our life right now and who are the relationships that we need to declutter. Can you remember someone who keeps on judging you? Who has a lot of things to say and sometimes go over your boundaries? Telling you what is wrong about you rather than seeing what's right and working? How about a person who makes you feel unhappy? Some of these people make you unhappy because they are miserable and all they want to talk about is how unhappy their life is. They nag about it, blaming other people for their situation or their problems, and you never hear anything good out of them. These are people that avoid taking ownership of all of the things that's happening in their life rather than, you know, they would rather be a victim of what's happening in them. Some of them just criticize you or other people all the time and just they just suck the energy out of us. It's difficult at times to avoid these people, especially if you constantly see them at work or even at home. And often, we tolerate these behaviors without us even knowing that we do, and we wonder why we are so tired after talking to them. Imagine your children having the same experience at school or even at home. How would you feel about that? What can you do to help them change it? Here are some 7 questions to ask yourself. I really encourage you to grab a pen and paper and for you to reflect on this. And for me, I was able to use this and it really helped the way I choose the people that I am with. I make sure that I teach my children as well on how you can utilize this. So here's the first question. What characteristics or behaviors you refuse to tolerate? And these are people who have high expectations and use themselves as reference, and they enforce to others how they must live their life. These are people who have miserable life and want to feel better by telling people or telling other people how to live their life because they're not empowered. They don't have the empowerment to live their own life. They also live the life based on what other people expect from them. So again, what characteristics or behavior do you refuse to tolerate? Second question. What turns you off or shuts you down? These are maybe people who is full of themselves and always boast about who they are, what they achieved, and what they have, and so on and so forth. And it just goes on a never-ending conversation and story about them. This might be something that someone that you would be turned off or just shuts you down and don't want to talk to that person. Third question is, what kind of people should you not be investing on? For me specifically, I don't invest on people that don't want to listen to feedback or they shrug it off. At the end of the day, uh, you need to make sure that when you're receiving feedback, you're receiving it because someone loves you. You're not criticizing them. And then we have a toolkit as well called criticism, why it hurts and how to deal with it. And if you take a look at that in a perspective, it gives you an opportunity to know who are the people that's worth listening to and are worth your time. Because if you filter, if you're clear on the people that you want to invest time with, then you know that that's going to help your growth in either your career or your relationship. The fourth question is, what kind of people energize you? This is about the people that makes you happy, or when you talk to them, they change your mood when you are with them. They just give you this different perspective of the life that you have, even though sometimes you're miserable. And it's just a beautiful thing because you would be able to see a shift in perspective, and your energy would just be uplifted. The fifth question is, what kind of conversations energize you? They are positive people, for example, who see the glass half full and see the best in any situation. This is for me what energizes me in any conversation. That they are full of gratitude and appreciation and are grateful for small things. You are delighted to hang out with them because they just talk about great things like wisdom and knowledge that really helps you and makes you grow. The sixth question is, what kind of people suck you dry? This for me is someone who sucks the energy out of you or drains you after talking to them or being with them. Can you remember a time where you are with your friends or you are talking to someone, maybe a colleague or a workmate, where after the conversation you just can't move anymore. You just want to lay down, just want to sit down and just relax. Have you ever experienced a time when you felt that way? And these are the people that sucks us dry, sucks the energy out of us. And the last question is, what kind of conversation demotivates you? This is a great question, and it's important to our mental health, especially during the days right now where you have this pandemic and it's really affecting a lot of people. And I'm not just talking about the conversations that you have in your video calls, your phones. It's even the conversations that you follow in your social media, like Facebook and other social media app. What conversations demotivate you? We need to know what conversations that would ensure that we are on a sane state, because we don't want to be in a conversation where we would just go insane. It's just going to affect us, just going to triggers us to think about negative things. Especially, as I've said, with the technology these days, we need to be able to receive the information that's right and that's helpful for us. Unfortunately, there's a lot of trash in the internet these days, and we don't know what's right and what's wrong and what's true. And we need to be able to learn to clarify or filter so that it can help support our growth and well-being. It's important to invest your time and attention to the people that supports your growth and well-being. Surrounding yourself with people that can support you emotionally, can cheer you up when you're down, can keep you positive, and help you shift your mindset that makes you successful will help you will help you enjoy the life that you have while enjoying the relationship that thrives and grow. It's not about being selfish. Yeah, there's a time for us to help other people change their perspective, but we also need to take care of ourselves, right? We need to also put the oxygen mask in us first before we can give that to others. We cannot give what we don't have. So we need to be in a sane state first, our mental health, our mindset, and making sure that when we're able to help other people in need, we're gonna give them, we're gonna share to them positive energy, and also let them experience love and compassion too. And for me, that's something that we need to start working on. That's something that we need to help our children with so that they can create a better future that is filled with peace and harmony and freedom to do what they want and what they enjoy. If you enjoy this content and you want more of it, make sure you join my group, Effective Parenting Without Shouting and Spanking, in Facebook. And if you want other parents like you to also have access to this information, this knowledge, and make sure you go ahead and share it with someone who is most close to you. Uh, Always remember that to create a better future for our children's children, it's also a role to help other parents create a peaceful and harmonious relationship at home, which will eventually spread in our communities and the world. Talk to you again next time. I'm Coach Sean. Bye bye.